Jai Hind everyone, my name is Amit and now we are going to start the Hindu analysis and now today it is a bit late when I start, but yeah, before starting my discussion I would like to bring some of the approach that I adopt for the discussion of the Hindu, because I generally do not bring the PPT or other thing because I don't want to give extra information. I know that this whole, if you are reading this, the Hindu, in a proper, extensive manner, that will be more than sufficient. If I will provide other input, it will be like a burden. And you should know that those who are making UPSC question paper for the prelims and mains, they are not going to read my PPT or anything else, any magazine of the any institute, but they generally read the newspaper, either the Hindu or the Indian Express or other newspaper maybe. But yeah, most preferred newspaper has been this, the Hindu or the Indian Express, and they read directly from that. So instead of providing some other information, just I would like to bring the simplification of the relevant area of UPSC uh, as per the relevance of the UPSC, whatever the Hindu covers, and just I highlight in a such a manner that it will be it will make easier for you to follow up, because whatever the highlighted area you have to follow only that area, and color coding is like that. Wherever the red color is, that this is the important thing that you have to reproduce again and again, and there is the most probability that UPSC will ask this area. One more thing, I could upload this highlighted newspaper, but one thing is that there is the ethical issue. So it will be not that much ethical. Even it is not. There will be the issue from the Hindu. So I request all of you, please subscribe to the Hindu, because it's deserve. They make a lot of effort. They try to they invest lot of resources to publish this newspaper. So at least if you are expected to pay 5-6 rupees if in the soft copy, and in the hard copy it is 12 rupees. So you should pay. This is ethical behavior doesn't come in one day. It comes day by day when you inculcate the things within yourself. Beside that, yes, whoever is framing this UPSC paper, they are not going to read any of the monthly magazine or anything else except the newspaper. Any newspaper could be, but the Hindu and Indian Express, they are the most preferable. So whatever there is given, I will try to simplify only, and the lines will be same as most of this information. There is no need to add up my information. Wherever I need to simplify, I will simplify things. Okay. So there will be the 2 days. It is like the quick revision, and to save your time, you don't have to sit and watch this video. You can use this video. You can watch this video, or you can just listen this video, or the audio of this video whenever you are doing the routine work, like you are taking your dinner, or you are taking your lunch, or you are doing some other routine works like the walking or the traveling to your coaching institute. Whatever the routine work you are doing, you can do. Separate study of this newspaper is not needed. Yes, if you want to highlight from this newspaper to your newspaper, then you can do a separate study in a very quick manner. So this is from the economics perspective. This just summary of this news is that the GST revenue growth, despite it has dipped for the 3 months low in the December, this is the figure of the this year. But despite its dip, there has been still increase and enhancement from the last year compared to the last year. Last year data, it was 1.49 lakh crore, as compared to the this year 1.66 lakh crore. This is the average. And again for the same month, year on year growth has been 12%. Last year it was overall yearly annual growth has been the collection has been 13.40 lakh, but this year it is 14.97 lakh. There has been enhancement. You don't need to remember the figure, but you should know that the trend has been increasing trend. Okay. Cess collection. Do you know what is the cess? Cess is the tax on the tax. For example, if there is 100 rupees cost of this pen and if there is a tax of 10%, so 10 rupees you have to give the tax. If there will be the cess of 1%, so you have to give 1% of that 10 rupees, means 1 rupees you have to pay extra. So tax on tax is the cess. Okay, this news is particularly related to the science and technology. This has been covered in the editorial page as well as. So we will discuss in that particular area. The most important thing is that this XPOSAT is the second X-ray polarimetry mission, and before that only the NASA has done such a achieved such a mission, and the name of that particular mission is Imaging X-ray Polarimeter Explorer. So you should know that XPOSAT is from India and IXPE from the NASA. Beside that, you should also know that this launch pad is PS Always C58, and it was particularly in the aligned to the equator, and it was same as the rotation of the earth to get extra thrust. So these are the information. There is the two component of the payload, polix. The full form of the polix is the polarimeter instrument in X-ray, and X-ray spectroscopy and timing. So these has been done by the different organizations such as the Raman Research Institute developed this polix, and Raman Research Institute is autonomous body, autonomous institution. Even it is funded by the government, but it is autonomous institution. But this X SPACT is developed by the Space Astronomy Group of the URSA. This is the part of the ISRO, component of the ISRO. This is not, this XPOSAT has also, there was the 10 other payload, and this 10 payload particularly developed by the private sector as well as the ISRO as well. So you should know that it was not alone, it was with the 10 other payloads. This is the information you need to know. COVID, this variant ZN1, you should know this is the variant of the COVID-19, just that will be sufficient. This just you should know that this Babbar Khalsa International, this has been listed as a terrorist organization under the UAPA. So this is sufficient. This is only the relevant area. Other relevant area. This is in the news that the Jagannath Puri temple dress code. So there could be the uh, court plea on the basis of the violation of right to equality or the right to life. There is the future prospect, but this has been in the news, so you should know. This is talking about the Wali tribe, and Wali tribe is associated. They are located at the Gujarat and Maharashtra border. So you should know their location. Beside that, Wali painting is very famous. This tribal painting is very naturalistic, and tribal this Wali tribes, the people generally paint on their house walls, and they generally represent the natural way of life, seasonal change, all these things represented under the Warli painting. So this will be a part of the history, you should know. Now we will discuss this editorial. This editorial is not that much relevant, but some of the area you should know. Like the variant of the interest declared by the WHO. What is this? This has been defined in this line. If there is a mutation or genetic change result in the alteration in the characteristic of virus, such as the higher transmission rate, if becomes such things, higher transmission rate, or the if the mutation result in the more severe disease, or the immune escape from the vaccine induced or such any major changes. So this is declared under the variant. These are declared as the variant of interest or the variant of the concern. So this is the important line you should know. This is declared. This is being declared by the WHO. WHO Technical Advisory Group. This decision is taken by that. Beside that, the phenomena a silent wave has been associated with this new variant of the COVID-19 JN1. This is particularly because the impact of this variant is not that much visible, but there has been a lot of impact, and it has been found, it is being observed by the observing the wastewater. So if there is lot of virus in the wastewater, that means lot of population has been impacted, but the effect of this variant is not that much visible. So this writer is telling that there could be the if this could be result in the more artificial than real escalation of the cases. Means if there will be the high number of the testing, there will be the high number of the cases that will be found. But he is telling that there is no need to worry because this variant is not that much impactful, and the death rate is not that much. But many a times there is the miscalculation. Thus, generally in daily manner, 27,000 people die, either in natural way or due to the disease. And when the counting start, many of the natural death start counting under the COVID-19 impact. So this create the fear factor within the population. So this writer is talking about this should be treated in a normal manner, like the whenever the flu comes, what we start general precautions such as we start taking using the mask, and whenever you are coughing or sneezing, there should be the frequent hand wash. You should close your mouth and nose, cover mouth and nose. So these are the general precaution that is that could be adopted. Okay, so this is the point you can use. Just this is the suggestion for the what we can do. So this could be the general health measure as well. This is all about. Now already we have covered this on the front page. Only thing is that you should know that this particular X-ray polarimeter satellite, this will observe the rays from the celestial bodies such as the black hole, neutron star, or the pulsar. So what are these things? Like the what are these black holes, neutron star, or the pulsar? They are all dying star in the different stage. When the star dies, like the and when the sun dies, its diameter concentrated to the 20 kilometer, and the mass concentrated on that 20 kilometer diameter. So its gravity increased in a dramatic manner. And beside that, when it starts rotating and it starts radiating the electromagnetic radiation, so it is known as the pulsar. And if this dying star further result into the concentration of its whole mass on a single point, and its gravity becomes so high that even the entering light cannot escape, so it's become the black hole. So all these phenomena will be observed by this expo satellite. Okay, and this is all about. This news is talking about the, this is associated with the international news, international relations, GS paper 2, and this is talking about the US should not see Houthi attack as the concern independent of the Gaza war, because we see that there has been the increased attack from the this Houthi community and militia. Who are the Houthi? Houthi are the Shia militia. They are backed by the Iran, and particularly they are the Jadisiyas, and the tribe is Houthi. They are found in the Yemen, so you should know the where is the Yemen. What geography area covered, like the few of the location, like the where is the Yemen, Bab al Mandab Strait. What is the strait? Strait is the a point where the two water body meets. And what is the isthmus? Isthmus is the particular location where the two large land body meet. For example, Panama, that connects North America and South America, and it's meet at the Panama. So land is meeting here. when the water is meeting here, like the Bab al Mandab Strait or the Malacca Strait, they are the point where the water body meets and separates to land body. So you need to know this phenomena. So let me show this other thing, this geographical phenomena. Beside that, it is talking about that due to this Houthi attack, US got the concern because it is impacting the trade as well as the security of the shipping US shipping uh, ships, and there has been the cancellation from the many of the companies to, and there is the huge route that is taking from the Africa. So it will be clear when I will show it in the map. No, map is where. So this is the Yemen, and this is the port where there has been the increased attack. And if you will see that this is the Bab al Mandab Strait. This point is the Bab al Mandab Strait. So the this is connecting two water bodies, Gulf of Aden and Red Sea. This is the Red Sea, and generally this sea routes, the shipping routes is from this to this, and the Suez Canal. This is, and it's enter into the Europe. So lot of trade takes place from this route because this cut this large transportation route. Okay, if this route is blocked, so the ship have to come from the this much distance or the this much distance. This will come and this will reach to the US. Also, the distance between the other area with the US reduces if the transport. Mainly, this route is with respect to the India and this European countries, West Asia, because India import oil from this route as well if attack is there. So it's is also whatever the area, like the its transportation route increase, so the fuel cost will increase. So we were discussing this particular news article where the it is being discussed that the it is this is if the US think that the this is this ca- he it can deal the issue how the attack issue in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, particularly in the Arabian Sea area and Indian Ocean area, without linking it with the Gaza war, it will be very difficult to resolve this issue because the most of this Arabian country and the countries they have united against this Israeli attack on the Gaza. So recently we have seen that despite this US attempt to increase the security and attack on the Houthi militia and their group, there has been no support from its supporter in the West Asia, such as the Saudi Arabia didn't give any support, helping hand to the US. So what is particularly there has been the rift between the West Asia on the Shia Sunni ground, or there has been the particularly the dominance of particular regional power like the Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt. They all tried to show their domination whenever, but due to the this war, Gaza war between the Hamas and Israel, there has been the united support, and they are linking all this thing with the Gaza war because the Houthi attack is also associated with the Gaza attack from the Israel. So what this could be, if there could be the ceasefire in the Gaza, there could be the support for the US allies from the West Asia, and only that then they can curb the Houthi. Despite there has been this attack has also created the has been created the setback and disadvantageous position with respect to the Egypt and other, because they are also doing the transportation. Their Suez Canal transportation has been blocked. Suez Canal is a major route, and it is major earning point for the Egypt. You should know that what is the history of the Canal. It was the before it was controlled by the UK and France. There was a war between Egypt when Egypt nationalized this Suez Canal. So all these things you should know. This will be discussed under the World History class lecture. This article talking about the particularly the role of S. Venkat Ramanna, and he was the governor of RBI when there was the economic crisis in India, and his decision, his leadership, particularly as the governor of the RBI, helped resolving India issue. Particularly, India placed the gold to the IMF and other nations so that India particularly able to prevent itself from the sovereign default, and also helped in the reducing the import comparison. So all this thing was taken under the leadership of the Venkat Raman. Devaluation of rupee and improve of the balance of payment over the long term. This was the latter strategy. Latter it was taken by the Manmohan Singh government, and then Manmohan Singh under the Narsimha Rao government. What is the devaluation of rupee? Generally, when you devalue means take the example. This pen cost if cost is 20 rupees. So I am copying from the outside. So I will give the dollar and I will get 100 rupees. So when I pay the 100 rupees, or that 100 rupees that I exchange with the dollar, if I am getting 100 rupees for the $1, so this pen I will that particular again take the example. This pen is in India. US, a person from the US comes, he gives $1 and get 100 rupees. If the value of the rupees is $100, no, 100 rupees is equal to the $1. So $1, if devaluation is take place, so in the same $1, the person will give $120. So before devaluation, he could buy 5 pen, but after devaluation he can buy 6 pen. So it is cheaper for that person after the devaluation. So there will be the more export from the India. So that's why it's reduced the deficit and it enhance the balance of payment. Okay, so these are the things that you should consider. You should also know there was the Harshad Mehta scam. There was the manipulation of the share price, and actually the share transaction was manipulated. So he was arrested, and after that SEBI was constituted. This is particularly related to the internal security, GS paper 3 financial intelligence unit India. Particularly recently we have seen that there has been particularly there has been the imposition of prevention of money laundering act on those who are those companies who are providing the virtual digital asset service. So many of them has not complied with this KYC norms and other such compliance, and that's why they were imposed with the uh, ban and restrictions. So this is all about this, and you should be careful about this Bureau of International Settlement (BIS), and this forum, global forum, is for the cooperation among the central banks. Important point here. uh, that particular organization has suggested to curb this illegal activity, and it has given three suggestions: outright ban, containment, and the regulation. So outright ban has been the excluded because it could result into the suppression and ground all this illegal activity, and this will negative impact, but we can do the containment and regulation with respect to the crypto market. Article is talking about the particularly the radiocarbon dating, and radiocarbon dating is based on the isotope of the carbon. The isotope are those element, means whenever there is the element, there is the atom, there is the neutron, proton and electron. Radio mass that include the neutron and proton. The mass of this is known as the atomic mass. The atomic number is represented by the number of the protons. So in isotope the mass number varies but the atomic number remain the same. So if the carbon 14 is isotope of the carbon 12, so the neutron number will be 8. Generally this carbon 14 is the part of body body of the plant or the animal, and other through the carbon cycling. This take place, this enter into the body and also get out of the body due to the carbon cycles. And how this produce? This produce due to the interaction of the gases, atoms of the gases with the cosmic rays. This is also this can be also produced in the laboratory. Other way to know about the date of any plant is the tree rings also. So we have matched the result that came out of the radiocarbon dating as the tree rings, and many times it was the exact. Many times it was very close to the age of these trees and the what we get from the carbon dating. Radioactive carbon dating. Radioactive is the emission of the particle from the element after a particular time period. So after the particular period, its mass reduced to half. So this is known as the half life. You should know that radiocarbon dating is very much effective in the organic remains. For other element like the inorganic element, the it is not the carbon that is used, other substance that is used. I think this has been mentioned somewhere. Strontium 87, naturally occurring rubidium 87. But you should know that it is the organic remains that where this radiocarbon dating is more effective. This news is all about this. Next news is about the international relation, and it is particularly the relationship between the India and Nepal. You should know that recently we are going to there is the expected visit from the external affairs minister S. Jaishankar to the Nepal, and there are the few area where there is need to there is expected agreement. Uh, Air connectivity issue and the digital payment issue that is there. This and the development of the project funded by the India. These are being in the line for the discussion. The main demand from the Nepal is to transmission of the electricity to the third party like the Bangladesh, and India has permitted, but this has capped the unit 40 megawatt it can do. Also the Nepal is demanding for the air route with particularly airport in the Bhairava or the Pokhara, that is particularly they are very close to the Buddha birthplace Lumbini. But India is apprehension of providing this air space because these airports was being constructed by the China, and India has a security concern. This news article is with respect to the India-Pakistan relation, and you should know that India and Pakistan exchange information with respect to their particularly atomic facility. So, in the case of the war or anything miscalculation, the nuclear installation and facility was not being attacked. Prohibition of attack on this area. So you should know that this is consistently from the 1991 we are doing. So it has been consistent for the 33 consecutive years. So despite all this strain in the relationship, this is continue. So this gives hope for the better relationship between India and Pakistan. So whenever you are going to write a answer with India, Pakistan, the Indus Water Treaty that is successful, this exchange of listing is also successful. You should make your base on this point to give a positive note that yeah, you are a positive, you have the positive thinking line. This news is mainly talking about the Thombol district, that is the Manipur, continuous fight between a clash between the two migrants is going on. One thing that I got is the Meeti Muslims. So this tribe have the Hindu Muslim both. I was thinking that they are not religious based, but yes. So it is clear that the Meeti are the Hindu and Muslim as well, and those Kuki Jo tribes, they are dominated by the Christianity. This Assam Accord is in the news. Mostly we have got success to reduce this extremism, particularly under the United Liberation Front of Assam Ulfa Zone. That was very notorious group, but now it has been subdued. Only one opposing faction is remained there under the Paresh Barua, and he's in the Myanmar, not in India. He's opposing the peace agreement between the Ulfa and Indian government and Assam state government. So whenever there is the question that comes that in the Kashmir outsider cannot buy the Uttarakhand, there is also many hill area where the outsider cannot buy the agriculture or horticulture. So this is the safeguard of the local people, particularly tribal people. This is not always that it is always against the national security. So you can talk on that line. There could be the counter question whenever such type of thing comes. This Manrega linking with the Aadhaar card is in the news, particularly after the declaration from the central government that Aadhaar link system mandated to a payment under the Manrega. So there has been exemption provision that has been proposed by the central government. So this is in the news. Let's see what the development is taking place further in the future. This particular news is related to the government amendment to the a particular clause where the judiciary will got impacted with its power, due process of law. Wherever there is the reasonable clause, reasonableness clause, the power of the judiciary is high, and wherever there is the procedure established by law, the judicial power is a bit curved. There has been the tussle between the Muhammad Yunus, a particularly Nobel Peace winner, and he has worked in the microfinance bank. So you should know just they can UPSC can ask relate Muhammad Yunus and where it is associated with. But there has been the tussle between Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Yunus. Their rivalry have a bit gone in very negative direction. The last page is with respect to the science news. One thing is you should know that what is the psychoanalysis, and you should know that what is the psychoanalysis. It is when these people were able to recall traumatic experience in effectively charged fashion. Their symptom diminish. So you should know, and this is also known as the talking cure. It is associated with the Sigmund Freud. So whenever the question comes, the Sigmund Freud is associated with the psychoanalysis. This particular article news is very much important with respect to the environment. So this point is talking that India has already achieved its emission intensity reduce GDP emission intensity by the 33%, and it is between the 2005 and 2019. The target was for the 2030. So 11 years before India have achieved this. So you should have this point whenever you have to give your answer with respect to the India achievement with respect to the climate change or the environment. This point is very valuable. India has been criticized as well with respect to the areas such as the where translocation of the cheetah was there, and there was the death of the seven cheetah, I think. So this is particularly criticized. I think there is somewhere. Yeah, this is, I think. And the cheetah was imported from the Namibia and South Africa. You should remember they can ask this question. Namibia and South Africa, they can give four options and you will have to match two correct, only two correct, only three correct, only four correct. So if Namibia and South Africa will be there, only two correct will be the correct answer. India also launched this International Big Cat Alliance. So you should know what are the naturally found in India, like the tiger, lion, snow leopard, and leopard. They are from native to the India, but jaguar, pumas, and cheetah, they are not associated with India. Natural, native to the India. There has been amendment to the Forest Amendment Act, and it has been criticized because there has been the cases that the government can give exemption to the conversion of the forest land and their definition into the non-forest activity, and also it has given power to declare whether this particular project, if associated with the particular radius around the international border or the line of control or the line of actual control, whatever the border area will be there, the government can exempt. So this act was criticized because it was impacting the previous Supreme Court judgment under the T.N. Godavarman Thirumalpad case, and this case has defined the forest in natural sense, but artificial diversion was has less scope under this case. So after amendment, there is the more chance. Also, there has been the amendment to the Biological Diversity Act. The goal was to encourage growing medicinal plant instead of taking them from the wild, and by this, there has been a change in the new law. Say the people using traditional knowledge or practicing certain type of medicine don't have to share with the local community. Before it was compulsory to share the benefit with the local community, and after this act, it is not necessary. So it is negatively impacting the local community, those who are associated with this traditional knowledge of or practicing of the certain type of the medicine. This is all about. So I will conclude my session here. And you have any doubt, any query, if you want to any session with a mentoring session or anything, you can mail us at the particularly at the info.patrioticIAS.in, and I will be happily and readily try to reply all these queries, as well as I will try to schedule the mentoring session whenever needed and to discuss anything. Thank you for joining session. Again, we will meet tomorrow.